Hi everybody, Blake Stone here. I thought I'd show you the newest donut operator video just so I don't get in trouble. Fed Boys versus Nakey Lady, and I'm sure he stole that word from Rugrats. Also rocking the Punisher merch. Anyway, so let's just get into it.
National LARPing Federation. Hi everyone, Donut here. The annual National LARPing Federation mega event has been going on for nearly 2 months now, and it just keeps getting better and better. As you can see from this picture, they have just gone all out this year with their costumes. I do have to say though, as the LARPing creativity has gone up, the IQ of the protesters has gone down. Protesters in Kansas City this week butted heads with their arch nemesis, the police. Just
That's it's funny he makes that point. They most definitely are getting better with their gear, but he's right. I just don't understand what people are writing about these days. I don't get it. Like, what's the bottom line to all this? What's the point? Where are we going?
kidding. It was the fire department.
How often is it that these people that are like flipping out on the sidelines are just so extra? Like you're not making anything better by yelling and screaming and acting like a lunatic.
After some very intelligent back and forth, protesters decided to block a fire truck that was on its way to an emergency call. It'd be a shame if the truck was on its way to put out your burning relatives in a house fire.
They need to reroute. Hold on just a second. Let's understand what's going on. Okay?
People are
start making announcements. We don't know.
It's a fire truck. What do you think it is? Like, yeah, they might use a fire truck to support, you know, as like a barricade, I guess, for law enforcement if they really had to. But 99% of the time, the fire truck is not there for the police. Like, what do you... They're there to put out fires and assist paramedics most of the time.
Who's in that fire truck?
Let me answer that one for you.
A fireman.
Firefighters. As Brandon Herrera once said, don't protest in the street, that's where the cars are.
This is Operation Legend. It is the police being militarized against citizens in Kansas City.
I don't know if she quite understands that firefighters are not police officers. Damn firefighters and their fire brutality.
Are you stupid?
Cooking food, playing Xbox head asses. Let's head back over to Portland, home of the World LARPing Federation. Oh, but first, let me show you a new Lego set that I got for my son.
What are you doing? Use your words. What are you doing? Use your words. What are you doing?
Moons out, goons out, boys. That brings up the question, though. What happens when you do a silly dance in front of the goon squad? Probably nothing.
But I did not teach him upon the earth.
But what happens if you touch the goon squad?
Oh, hands on. Hands on.
And they made that air really spicy really quick.
Oh
no, and his comrade tried to de-arrest him and got arrested too. That's right, that's a new term. De-arrest. Instagram user Slim Picky, who looks like turned off his comments after I roasted his ass, put up a post that says how to perform a de-arrest. De-arresting means preventing cops from making an arrest by swarming and physically thwarting them. Also known as lynching, white folks need to put their bodies in the way and first do everything they can to make sure black folks are not subject to police violence. Here.
Okay, look. This is my feelings on this. We got a fly in the room. That's good. My feelings on this. White people need to stay the fuck out of it. White people are there to defend criminals. 9 times out of 10. All these people that are lining up and marching and all this bullshit, most of the time, they're like, police brutality, another black male killed, and then you find out, oh, he was shooting at police, or oh, he was, whatever. Some seriously fucked offense that needed to be dealt with, and he was fighting with them, or resisting, or running, or whatever. But the point is, white people need to stay out of it. The sooner white people get out of the way, the sooner black people will be able to pick out the criminals. But white people are just defending the criminals most of the time. Not helping shit. Not helping nothing. Go home. Get a job. Fuck off. Fucking hope they eat some more rubber bullets.
For some effective techniques to employ if you see a comrade grabbed by police. Push or pull the cop off of the arrestee. Break their hold by hitting the cop's hand. I don't want any federal officers to get hurt, but I'm kind of happy that guides like this exist. It's going to be like Oprah, but instead of cars or bees, you get an indictment. You get an indictment. No more mom's basement for you, just a bunch of prison dick. Technique 2, hug your friend. Maneuver your body between them and the police. Technique 3, open cop car / paddy wagon doors and let people out. Learn how to break zip tie cuffs with a bobby pin and set arrestees free. And it continues with a bunch of other stupid shit. If it ain't the police being big old mean doo-doo heads, then I'm sure it's...
I mean, I guess you don't want to pull out a knife because you get shot, but it's just, wouldn't a knife be easier to cut zip ties than a bobby pin?
The fences protecting federal property that are being the big mean doo-doo heads now. Portland officials send federal government cease and desist letter calling for removal of courthouse fencing. The fencing and barriers in the right-of-way create a hazard for Portlanders by blocking the bike lane on Southwest Main, the letter states. Do Portland officials also want a federal courthouse to burn to the ground? I watched a stream the other night from a website called woke.net. Yes, woke.net. In this stream, hundreds of people tried to set the Portland courthouse on fire for almost 3 hours. It was a stream comprised of about 9 other streams that showed faces and tattoos of the peaceful protesters. I even heard people saying each other's names. It'd be a darn toot and shame, though, if I did record that stream, though, and pass it over to the Department of Justice for their analysts to pick it apart and hand out a bunch of indictments. Oh, and Andy posted another video a couple hours ago showing those big, mean, doo-doo head racist fences at it again. They set a man on fire. Wait, that was his own comrades.
Dumbass.
But fear not, the fences are no match for the Antifa horde. Sorry, peaceful protesters. According to Twitter user anti-fascist AWK, facing off against Trump's goon squad, we have Green Berets. Navy vets, Marines, moms, religious leaders, high school and college students, as well as activists and community leaders. It's all of America against Gestapo Trump. Green Berets. In other news, this chick jumped into her birthday suit and gave cops quite the show. Producer Isaac posted, Portland, Athena, this image taken by Dave Killen is just stunning. Her power and her nakedness, her femininity and her resolve, calmly and surely stopped the world. I don't know about stopping...
Hold on. I don't think you stop the world because you're naked. You might get a little, pause if you're hot. But you might also get a little bit of a pause if people think you're crazy and they don't want to go to jail for dealing with you. Roughly. And also if you're just being naked, the cops are looking around for other problems.
In the world, but maybe making the officers think they might want some Arby's tonight. Tell you what, that wasn't really stunning to me. I didn't see much power. Just made me think about...
That's funny.
Producer I Exist, I Resist posted, Portland, Athena, this image taken by Dave Killen is just stunning. Her power and her nakedness, her femininity and her resolve, calmly and surely stopped the world. I don't know about stopping the world, but maybe making the officers think they might want some Arby's tonight. Tell you what, that wasn't really stunning to me. I didn't see much power. Just made me think about how much it would hurt to take a pepper ball to the cooter. I'm going to end
Yep.
this video with showing you some excerpts from a really, really, really good article that I found today about everything going on in Portland. This article is by John Podhoretz called No, It's Not Fascism to Protect Federal Property from Riots and Revolutionaries. Someone else understands that too. Sweet. And it's from the New York Post nonetheless. I'm surprised they published this. Let's be clear. There are federal law enforcement agents deployed in every city in the United States and feds tasked with the protection of federal buildings in those cities. Local and federal officers work together on task forces on a daily basis on matters that cross jurisdictional lines. It's true. There's feds deployed in your city every day, right now. Primary mission of the federal officers in Portland is protecting federal assets. Recalled to the worst event of Bill Clinton's 1995 bombing of the federal building in Oklahoma City by the domestic terrorist Timothy McVeigh. There was a bizarre idea in there that some awful crime against humanity was being committed because they were driving through the city in unmarked vans, as though it were somehow unsporting not to give the rioters sufficient notice with bright colors and clear lettering that they should run away. Similarly, we were told they were whisking people off the streets in the vans and making off with them into the night, when in fact they were taking them into custody, reading them their rights, interrogating them, and releasing them. The gap between the sober reality, professionals trying to maintain order in the midst of psychotic madness, and the dystopian teen-lit fantasies promulgated by elite hysterics is startling. I'll leave a link to that in the description.
That's a good fucking point. Like, these people are acting like baby-ass teenagers. Like, me, the man's trying to get me to behave. The mommy and daddy government being hard on me and pushing me around and telling me what to do. Tell you what, that's what you call order. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think a cop should be able to tell you not to drink your beer on the sidewalk. The cop should not be able to tell you to not smoke your joint away from others. You know, it'd be one thing to light up in front of a group of people. It's different. Or at a bus stop, that's different. But setting shit on fire is not okay. Wrecking shit is not okay. Attacking people is not okay. Violence and mayhem is not okay. There are parts of the world you can move to. If you want this, you can go to Detroit. It is there for you. If you want to find out what it's like to not have police control, go to Detroit. It's there. Go to the hood. It's there. Then you can then you can find out what it's like to have a situation where police are they can't keep it under control. I'm not a fan of dealing with the police, but if all you thugs could just behave, we would all see a whole lot less of the police, I believe. But as it is, they are pushing people like me, who are sort of anti-police, into the other side of the aisle, which is not okay. I don't like being forced further right. I would like to stay as left as I can, but these people are making liberals look bad. All these whiny bitches that want to destroy things and cry when the police want to hold them accountable. Y'all need to grow the fuck up. Stop it. Go away. Get a job.
If you want to go read it. That's why I'm making so many videos about this, because it's literally clearly marked federal officers making arrests against people who are trying to burn down a federal courthouse. It's absolute madness. Like I said, I watched that stream the other night for 3 hours where it was people trying to bomb and burn down the courthouse. Well, that's all I have for you tonight. I'm going to be over at twitch.tv/DonaldOperator streaming as soon as this video is released. Check out.
I cannot tell you the confusion and the anger I have, the hatred that I have towards people. I don't hate a lot of people, but I hate bullshitters and I hate liars. And it's just like, ew, let's just give a constant alternate view of reality because we don't like what's actually going on. I don't know why people are attacking these federal buildings. I mean, I guess it's to take out all their anger. Like, I have a lot of anger towards the government. They're fucking us all day and night. Don't get me wrong. But this isn't the answer. And all this false publicity is only... you are siding with the bad people. You are on the wrong side of society. You are with the criminals. If you were saying that the feds are in the wrong, 100% in this instance. Like, you're fucking on the wrong side. You're wrong. Like, you're one of the bad ones. Bad people. is what that, whoever that asshole, that OPB, the asshole that works for the OPB, and all these assholes that work for so-called organ newspapers and outlets and media. I used to have more faith in my local media than the broader, media that covers like the across the nation. But lately it's just, I've given up completely on them, like taking sides with the criminals. It's just so fucked. Like, how many people are left that know which way is up? How many people are left can see a violent situation and side with the people that are right? Why do so many people side with the bad people? Why are so many people corrupt? Like, the government's pretty bad too, but boy, these people are insane. Like, can't distinguish reality. These bullshit journalists and these bullshit Antifa faggots and these, excuse my language, these, get out of Portland, go away. How many of you assholes are from here? How many of you assholes know what it's like here? Most people are showing up 5 minutes ago and doing this. Can't shut the fuck up about what they think Portland is. Everyone thinks they're so woke and so informed, but if they would just, like, listen to the people that have more experience than them, they could get a fucking clue. If they even want that version of reality, which is the only version. End of rant.